Hello and welcome back to episode 14 of the Bach and Arthur podcast. Woo! Can you really say... Thanks, Matt.
That sounds like we've been on episode 14 already.
That's what I was going to say. Can you really say welcome back to episode 14? Every episode is 14. It's because it's our favourite number. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about... Today we're going to be talking about life updates, which includes, a little bit of F1, a little bit of hiking, a little bit of running, a little bit of Chris shoots. We're going to be talking about the Golden Globes. Maybe we're getting an invite. We're talking about weird science and submissions. So lock in, buckle up, and lock in and buckle up.
This is a slightly bigger submission segment than we usually do.
Yeah, this is... Well, I think we're bringing back Agony Uncles in a way.
Yeah, this time we are. But life updates, let's start off. I've joined Tesco.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, he's now got the Tesco fleece. So, guys, grill him in the comments.
Yeah, for audio enjoyers, I'm wearing a dark blue bottom. What are these called? Like panelled or something?
What do you mean? It's a fleece?
Yeah, but it's a different colour on the top third than it is on the bottom 2/3.
Oh, the rule of thirds. Right. Do you know about the rule of thirds?
Yeah, I do.
Cool.
I'm really particular about it with my editing on videos, that my eye level has to be on the top 1/3 line and has to stay there, no matter how much you zoom in or out.
Do you do it with your clothing? That's why I like a cropped t-shirt. Rule of thirds. You want 2/3 legs, 1/3 torso. Makes you look better proportioned.
It makes you look even more better.
So it makes you look more better and more masculine. Which is not a problem I have anyway, because I have as much testosterone as a raging rhino.
Yeah, and more horns. And I think that was the case. I noticed that in my photo from Rome, because I had my t-shirt tucked in, and I was like, I look actually kind of quite tall in there,
quite lank,
even though I'm a 5'10.8" tall king.
Reoccurring. You should. That's what sometimes I do a little French tuck where you just tuck one side in.
Oh,
it like lifts up. People are like, oh, there is some. Oh no, there's some more leg under that torso. It's not. He's not all torso after all. He has got groin.
You know what makes me think Arthur Hill is the fashion king. He's the super fashionable one in our group.
Yes.
You and George have great style, but he's the one, he's the sort of like, and he always wears cropped t-shirts.
Yeah, he does.
He rocks them a lot.
It's risky with the size of his butt crack, but...
I can't believe you just said that on the podcast. That's hilarious.
Actually, I really liked, I've seen clips of you and him on the Fellas Pod. Really liked the jumper he's wearing. The pink looked really good on him.
Oh, it did, didn't it?
Really
yeah.
Good. Yeah.
And I really just wore a Red Bull Salzburg t-shirt. They commented on the pod though, that was quite cool.
Which you wore yesterday as well.
They were like, nice t-shirt, Arthur. I actually did. They were like, nice t-shirt, Arthur. And I was like, I'll wear it again.
Maybe they just want you to play with them.
Maybe.
Play for them, not with them.
I've been out to Salzburg I did a video with Chris that was like, each time you score, the defender gets upgraded, and the final one was Champions League tier. And yeah, we went out to Salzburg and played with them. It was really cool.
Brand loyalty.
Yeah.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah.
So have you had your first shift at Tesco yet?
No, because I've been hella busy. You want to know what I've been up to?
Not really. Anyway, moving on.
Some of it's with you. But
yeah,
on Saturday, as a lot of people have seen, I was with Quadrant racing F1 stock cars, which are they look a bit like dirt buggies with these giant masts on them. And you essentially race around in like a muddy circle. And it was just insanely fun. Like if you wanted a thrilling day out, go watch it and go race it. I mean, it was generally just one of those things where I was like, I'm very grateful to just be here. I know it's with a brand of like for an official shoot and stuff, and it's like technically worked, but it's one of those things where I was like, if I'd gone with like you and a few of the guys, I'd have been like, this was super epic.
Yeah. And
probably one of the craziest things that's happened to me ever on a shoot is on there, but I can't spoil it.
You can't speak about it. I saw it, guys. It's crazy.
So subscribe to Quadrant YouTube channel. And yeah, it was me, Max, and Zach.
How did you feel like driving? Did you feel like a F1 driver? Like, did you feel cool?
Well, it's weird because it's in a cage. It's so different to like an F1 car.
Yeah.
You're in this just metal cage. You can barely see out the front. There's dirt being kicked up at you, so you can barely see out the front.
Yeah.
There's like the cage thing is quite high, so you can barely see out the front.
I'm starting to think you could barely see out the front.
You've got these like big massive helmets on, so it's quite dangerous.
So you can barely see.
You can barely see out the front.
So you just have to look out the back the whole time.
So and it's a full contact sport, so they've got metal rims, and you're fully allowed to just bosh each other off the road.
You got boshed and rimmed.
I got boshed by rims.
You don't know how lucky you are. F1 and getting rimmed.
No, so that was epic. So a bit of Quadrant. You also have been doing Formula 1 stuff, but not Formula 1 stock cars.
No.
Formula 1
I went to the Emilia Romagna GP. Oh, hit the rolling R on that one too. That's actually the region my family is from. So I got there and I could feel it in my bones, my balls, my, everything else in my body. I could feel I was back in the motherland.
I'd like to feel those parts too.
Yeah. It was my disgusting. It was actually my first time going to F1. And I really love F1. It's like the only sport I follow. So I was genuinely really, really happy there. And yeah, it was just sick.
I thought there was a butt coming. That was so sweet.
No,
I was genuinely happy there.
No, I was genuinely just really happy.
I was genuinely really happy there, but Arthur or Liv or something.
No, it genuinely was really good.
You got some really cool content out there actually as well. In the sun, like it
just looked really cool. And we did such cool stuff, like
wearing sunglasses.
Yeah, wearing sunglasses. I did that all the time, and everyone was like walking past me like, I was like, relax. Sometimes I do this. My hay fever was horrific out there though, so I did need those things. I don't know why, because my hay fever here isn't so bad. But anyway, it was crazy seeing the car. I mean, you went to Silverstone, so you would have seen it already. It's my first time actually seeing F1 cars in real life.
I didn't know that was your first F1 experience. That's pretty cool and epic.
Mental. Like just how quick the cars are going, how loud they are, and just how close they are to the back of the next car going at like 200 miles per hour. It's just insane.
It's a bit of an odd sport as a football enjoyer to get into. Obviously, I've only recently got into F1. And obviously, if you go to a football match, you see the whole football match. And you see the whole football. What's with my football repeat?
And you can barely see out the front. No, I know what you mean.
You see the whole game, whereas when you're at F1, the cars whiz past and all of a sudden you don't see them again for tens of seconds. If not minutes.
It's minutes.
If not a couple of minutes. Depends how long the lap is.
Tens of seconds.
What's the shortest lap?
It's got to be like a minute. It's got to be like a minute something,
1.
like a minute 10 seconds or something like that.
Well, that shows how new I am. But it's so chaotic and you're like, what's going on? I can't really tell what, the cars come past, you're like, who was that? You do kind of need the commentary radio or a TV screen on your side to keep up with it.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy it, but it's an interesting experience. Did you find the same when you're watching it and it's cool, but you're not like, oh, watch him, he's overtaking. It's just like...
Yeah. I mean, we were very fortunate to be in the paddock club, which means you're right above the garages. So you can go out and see pit stops and stuff like that. And qualifying is quite nice to be out there until it gets to Q3, then you come inside. But there's screens inside with the commentary. So we basically just came in we came in nodded. We would watch from inside most of the time. And then when something's happening outside, you go out and have a look. But it was really good. So yeah. I went with Sky Sports. They were really cool.
And was there a lot of at the Silverstone, there was BMX jumping segments and there was a lot more than just F1. Was that the same in Imola?
No, actually, it's quite a traditional race. It's more just so no, none of that happening really, but it was really cool. And
how did the Italians react to the Ferrari performance?
It's actually insane, the Ferrari team support, because no one people do support teams in F1, but no one supports teams like Ferrari fans support Ferrari.
That's the vibe I got, because in Britain you don't get people passionately Aston Martin.
Yeah, exactly. And so
I mean you do, but not in the same
to that extent.
Not to the same level it seems.
I mean they had really great race pace. So in the end they did great in the race, but qualifying they were terrible. So I can imagine they weren't happy with qualifying, but after the race result,
how did they finish?
With that.
What was the?
Pretty sure Hamilton came 4th, and then you had Albon 5th, and then Leclerc 6th. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Albon's in between them.
Nice.
So they did fine.
Okay.
Because qualifying, they were 11th and 12th or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
Pretty bad, but they had a great result. And it was a good race because there were safety cars. So because Verstappen had gone away a little bit, so it was oh no, it's a bit boring. But then there was safety car, and it was really good. It's probably the best race of the season so far. So
epic.
It was a good one to go and watch. And really enjoyed it. I think it's definitely the best thing I've ever done in the space that I've worked.
Nice.
Go and see the F1 for sure. Really good stuff.
What else have we been up to lately? Chip ran the half marathon with a bunch of people. We went and it was the main marathon. It was the London Marathon. It was impossible to find anyone. The only person we saw was Will, and he ran past and sort of clocked us quite late. That was pretty good fun. Oh, on Monday night, I played football at the Emirates.
Oh yeah.
Did you see this? So Prime set up this 11-a-side match.
Yeah.
With a bunch of the YouTube lot. I think JJ KSI filmed it. So I think there's going to be a video coming out. I don't think it was originally planned to be, but there might be a video coming out because his team had cameras and stuff. And it was just so sick to be able to like play 11-a-side on a Premier League football pitch was sick. And we battered them as well. Our team won 6-0. And I scored. So I had a real tough bit. So Simon Miniminter on the left wing crossed the ball in. And I had like a really nice finish. Like I kind of like cut across Calfreezy, like headed the ball in, but like it was like a really nicely placed header. Like it was very much, I could see him coming out like sideways and I almost like cut the ball across him and it dribbles in and I'm like starting to celebrate. And Seb, you know, the golf YouTuber, runs in and at the last second volleys it, like smashes it into the roof of the net. And because obviously there's no like proper VAR, like goal line technology, no one really knew whether the ball was already in the goal when he did it or whether he actually stole my goal.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I can't believe like I've come to the Emirates. I've done this thing which should have been a really nice goal and he's potentially nabbed it at the last second. And I know if I go like, I scored at the Emirates, everyone will be like, oh, but did you?
But did you? You scored two. So
then later, so I tried so hard, to then score a second one and I did. And it was just really nice feeling.
You guys won 6-0.
Yeah.
And who was their keeper?
Freezy. Yeah. So, I mean, the standing wasn't crazy. But
I'm surprised because Freezy can just whack his neck out both corners. And stop the ball from
but it was a devilish attack. It was me, Theo, and Mini Minter for lots of it. Just cooking up a storm. And Seb was obviously amazing. They had
Seb was on your team?
Yeah.
Oh, because
he stole my goal.
When you told me, I thought he was a defender and he was trying to clear it and just smacked it into the roof of the net.
Oh no, he ran and stole my glory.
So he stole it.
I was like, you evil man. Because he's like the nicest chap as well. I was like, I can't believe it.
It just celebrates in your face.
Yeah, literally. No, but that was good. And then obviously George and the other team was like George, Arthur, AB. Who else was on that team? JJ was on it. Who are they like really good players? But when we started off, we felt like their team was better because obviously Freezy like is the main one that organised it alongside Prime. So we were like, oh, Freezy's kind of like made his team quite good here. And Theo was injured, but just didn't end up like that. It was pretty epic.
It's all about the grit.
Yeah.
It's all about grit.
Arthur's obviously injured, and I think if he wasn't injured, he probably would have scored. Because you could tell when he's on the ball, you're like, he actually is pretty solid at football.
Yeah.
And George, I kind of felt bad for because like it was similar to much parts of the Simon match where like George was sometimes like the only guy really holding fort. So our team had a manager, Reeve, which kind of kept our structure and formation. He would tell us, he'd be barking at us to get back and stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes because obviously their team was like pushing for a goal. Lots of their players would push up. Sometimes George would kind of be one of the only people back, if not the only person back.
Right, yeah.
So like when we'd counter, like George would be, and I was just like, oh, kind of like if they had a manager, George probably would have been, because he's also a really good footballer.
Was there a lot of one-on-ones between you and George?
Not really, no. There weren't any like clear one-on-ones, but there were times where like I had the ball and like I looked up and it was like sometimes just George and one other player, or like you know. But he's also just like insanely fit, because he obviously does a lot of fitness stuff and
lang.
So like I play football with George Clarkey. He's so
fit and lang.
So he probably as well. Like, I think his team probably also like, oh, we don't have to worry. George is at the back. Of course he can run again. Yeah. Like, I don't think he got subbed off once. Whereas like we were on rolling subs. I think I got subbed off 3 times. I had a little crash out at Reeve.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Like, you idiot!
I was like, Reeve, this is the 3rd time I've been subbed off, and I was like,
were you what position were you playing?
Right wing mainly.
That tends to happen. Like the attackers get rotated out, but if you're playing a position like George and you're solid, you're gonna stay on the pitch.
No, and it was a fair, like it was obviously part of the game.
Well, you got 2 goals, and they were like, "No, this isn't fair."
I did get 2 goals. Thank you.
I would claim that if I were you. If someone taps my goal in, I'm claiming it.
Yeah, Simon was really nice because it like when it went in, I was like, I think he could tell I was bummed out. I was like, and he was like, "Can we all just agree that was Arthur's goal?" And I was like, thank you, because I need the homies.
It could tell that you were bummed out. You're just there smacking the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
He's an empath.
Oh yeah, I had Seb's face in the mud.
Yeah, can we just agree it was his goal,
no,
please? Yes, Seb. Yeah.
No.
That sounds like a good time.
Especially with our friendship group, I knew that like if George and Arthur got home and told Chris what happened, Chris would be like, "Oh no, Arthur didn't score at the Emirates." Type thing, and I was like, "Oh no, I needed to get another one."
I need to keep that.
And the second one was quite simple, and it got squared across, and I just kind of like rolled it in.
They're going to put you on the bloody stadium and replace Chris now.
Maybe.
Has Chris played at the Emirates?
We did a shoot with him once.
So I'm just thinking, if you
I don't know
scored
if
more goals than him,
it was an 11-a-side. We did football challenges at the Emirates a while ago.
you might have more aura at the Emirates than Chris.
Maybe.
You're just aura farming.
Yeah.
Aura,
You know where we could do some serious aura farming?
on the butt.
The Golden Globes.
Golden
What the hell? The Golden Globes.
Oh,
So they're adding a podcast category.
Yeah.
And podcasts are just getting bigger and epicer.
And we're getting the award.
And our podcast is falling off and we're about to finish the season, finish the show.
That's it.
Freezy and Chip have told us our revenue's down, our followers are down, our engagement's down.
The gig's up. We're moving. Yeah, we're moving. We're moving set back to a curtain and a sofa.
Yeah. No, don't say that because everyone will actually, there'll be
They
plenty of
probably
people who
like
are
that,
like, thanks.
No, what's your opinion on that? Like, podcasts as a whole. I personally don't listen to any. I've gone through phases where I do listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
Do you ever listen to any?
Now I do audiobooks. I don't listen to them as much because I think
Yeah.
podcasts are the type of thing that I listen to on a commute, when I'm traveling, when I'm trying to get somewhere, when I'm on the move, when I'm commuting.
Just when you're on the move.
Yeah, I'll just synonyms for it's
It's
happening
really hard
again.
to see out the fucking front.
It's 8 a.m. This is why we don't do 8 a.m. podcasts. My face is mad puffy and I can't
actually
speak.
9 a.m. So he's lying.
We've been yapping. And I made myself a tea.
Been yapping.
And I made myself a tea and ransacked the fella's snacks drawer again.
Do they know that you do that every time? I don't know if that's a common knowledge.
I just love cereal bars.
Don't like the way you said that. Yeah, we'll turn up to the studio and Matt and Nat now just know when we get in the lift, they're like, oh, you probably want to go top floor to get some snacks, don't you? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah, they can hear my tummy rumbling. I'm there like,
You're there like,
yes. I'm like the Jabba the Hutt of the
Jabba the Hutt.
of the
Jabba the
fella.
Hutt's massive. Oh,
Thank
is that
you.
the point?
Yeah. And I'm getting
Gluttonous
massive.
pig. Not in a good way though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really listen. When I travel, I just like to listen to music and imagine myself in different scenarios.
Oh, that's why you always like doing the making out with someone in the air.
It looked like you were eating.
I considered going full tongue, and I was like, I ain't
I ain't
getting
get my
that
tongue out, boy.
because I know Matt's clipping that to hell.
Just keeping it for himself.
And you know he does he puts the title of the clip like up at the start, like Arthur does creepy, insane, weird face.
Arthur's a pervert.
Arthur sexually harasses the air in front of everyone.
He's like, well, you think that of me? Yes, Matt, we do.
No, because I saw the recent one that was like, Arthur would last how long with Mr. Beast? Like, eggplant emoji. I was like, you stitched me right up. The thing is, it wasn't even clickbait. Everyone was like, bro, I clicked on this thinking it was clickbait. And I'm there like, 6 strokes?
How long would you last with?
Have you... We've already said this. This was like 2 episodes ago.
I don't remember doing that at all.
6 strokes. Have you seen the Mr. Beast in his like fuckboy Marlon era?
Oh my God,
it's so funny.
I saw the video where it was like, oh, don't do the trend. And then all of a sudden he's like, and he's got his beard cut, he's got money and shit.
Click on the images. Oh, it's not made its way to Google Images yet. It'll be on TikTok.
Oh, he posted a TikTok about it on his own
Have we got
page.
a TikTok? Can we do? Did he actually?
Yeah. If you search Mr. Beast on TikTok, it's probably the latest video. It might be the one on.
Yeah, you know what? You can just click on that. That's basically it. It's always the same song as well.
Do you think he could realistically make himself look like that?
For audio listeners, he's done this sort of like Central C Marlon vibe of like, okay, that's the most jarring edit ever. Well, anyway, Mr. Beast is sort of like throwing up gang signs and he's got like a chiseled jawline and a goatee and stuff. For audio listeners, it's very funny.
I always wondered whether a goatee would be like the move now, you know? Like a little.
You should try it.
And then make the mustache thin.
Because the good thing about a goatee is you can always try it, and then if it doesn't work, you can shave the goat and just end up with the moustache or whatever. I don't know how it works. Anyway, but you can try it. But yeah, would you think we'd ever get an invite to the Golden Globes?
Yeah.
As guests, maybe.
I think as people go, we're pretty epic.
Yeah.
So
the support season 2's been. Oh, go on. Sorry.
No, I see no limits for us.
Yeah, support season 2's been cool. We've been like the podcast is like in a nice place, in getting new viewers all the time. So welcome everyone who's new. Go binge every episode ever.
Fuck off. No, I didn't mean that. Sorry.
Where the hell did that come
I
from?
don't know. That was a witch inside me. That wasn't me. It's that.
She cursed you. That's
totem.
why.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So that would be pretty cool sometime.
If you had to submit one of our episodes to win, which one would you submit? You said which one? You said the Halloween one was your favorite, but would you
Halloween was
submit that?
No, the Diogenes one.
You submit the Diogenes
Probably.
one. Yeah.
Or the one we spoke about, Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah.
And quantum physics and stuff. Or, no, Science versus Religion with ChrisMD.
Oh, yeah.
It's our most viewed
let's
effort.
use Chris.
People love that one from all walks of life.
Speaking of Chris, we were on a
And all cruise of life, because apparently a lot of babies watch this.
Yes,
podcast.
that's why babies are getting smarter now.
Yeah.
And there's more of them.
Yeah.
Because people are making love to the pod. Anyway, speaking of Chris, we were on a Chris shoot yesterday. We forgot to speak about that.
Oh, yeah.
We can't give anything away, but that guy is just evil. He's gone evil with power.
This is why I was like, because we can't kind of spoil it, but Chris just did the most insane thing for a video.
Yeah. This must be the most insane thing he's ever done for a video, right?
Probably.
You reckon?
Probably the most money
It's
he's
just like the
spent
most
on an
like
episode.
ridiculous.
And probably the most dangerous.
Yeah. And I guess we just leave it at that.
Yeah.
But it was sick to be part of.
Yeah, it was.
And we're battered and bruised.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fun.
Anyway, we got a bit of science coming up. Just two fun science things. Maybe some more known than others. But lab grown teeth. We spoke about lab grown meat recently.
That thing right there, yeah. That prick in between your legs.
Prick is a horrible word for it.
Ooh, I went a bit Game of Thrones with that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a prick.
Yeah. Currently humans, obviously, you're born with. Have you seen the skulls of babies in like X-rays and stuff? Can we pull this up? Because they've got their adult teeth above their milk teeth.
Oh yeah, they look terrifying.
And it's absolutely terrifying.
Is it true that babies?
Look at that.
Oh my god! So it's up by their nose.
They've just got hella teeth that haven't come through yet.
That feels like too many for a mouth, right? Or is that wrong?
It was just 2 layers of teeth.
That feels like more than 2 layers. Though.
Well, there's 4 layers in total because it's 2 and 2. So it just looks like a lot.
Yeah, but what the hell? What the heliante? Sorry for my language.
Yeah, audio enjoyers, go check it out. It's literally your normal teeth, but then like an extra layer of teeth. What's the like hyperdentolontia or something? Type it in, I'm sure it'll come up.
You got your wisdom teeth yet?
Yeah, they're a bit annoying me.
Oh, really? They're a bit annoying me.
Hyperdontia there. Oh, it's where people just have loads of teeth.
Wow.
Look at that. For audio enjoyers, their roof of their mouth is just covered in teeth.
Wow. That's a pain to brush, isn't it?
Oh my goodness, I know. Can you imagine? They've got to brush for like 8 minutes or something.
If I could get rid of one thing you have to do every day, I'd just get rid of brushing teeth.
That is a pain in the butt.
It's just a pain. Like, you know when you just want to get into bed and you're like, oh,
yeah, mine would be that or waxing my underarms. But yeah, humans can only grow one set of adult teeth and loads of species can regenerate theirs. And it's like, why the hell are we not got that ability?
When do we get our adult teeth? When do I get rid of these baby milk duds?
You have got milk teeth still. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, all my teeth are milk teeth.
Scientists from King's College London, KCL, almost went there. They were one of my 5 universities that I applied to.
They turned your ass down for looking for freaky on the day.
No, I actually got an offer, but I was like, London's hella expensive.
Yeah.
And also scary. Lots of people, which I famously don't deal well with.
Yeah.
I'm panicking now. There's 3 of us.
Yeah. There's 4 of us.
Matt, Nat, and Batch. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm a human as well.
Yeah, you count, pal.
Oh, they're still fooled. But yeah, they've managed to grow a tooth under lab conditions. So how epic would that be? Imagine the sweet treats you could eat, knowing that if you get cavities, you can just regenerate a tooth.
Yeah, but does that even make sense? Because you can just get, we can make teeth out of synthetic stuff anyway. Like if a tooth comes out, they can put what they called crown implant. They can put an implant in.
Kind of, but it's not like a real tooth. I wonder if there's a reason that it's that different.
Yeah. Avoids
the risks of rejection.
What do you mean?
Well, can your body reject fake teeth?
I thought you were talking about rejection from like a woman. I was like, does it?
No, I mean, from an implant, your body can just be like, oh, this is a foreign body.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, okay. Fair.
Yeah, they're like, your bodies are like weirdly
racist,
like, xenophobic in a way. Get out! Oh, that's a foreign body. Get out! I don't recognize you. You're different to me.
Back from whence you came.
Remember what was the episode where we were talking about the like signs that they hold up?
Signs? What, the sign guy who holds up a cardboard sign?
In your body being like, don't worry, I'm one of you.
Oh my God.
Was it when we were speaking about, was it a saying went on cancer maybe?
Maybe. Speaking of cancer, you know, if you've got hay fever, you've got less likelihood of getting cancer.
Really?
Your body's just better at fighting.
No, come give me a
That
smooch. I
sort
need
of
to get you a hay fever. Is it contagious?
It's not contagious, except if I were to blow your back out, then it's contagious. It's only contagious through the butthole. It's just how it works. Hey, God put our G-spot in there. Not my fault.
Right.
Anyway, I lied.
So yeah, that's pretty epic. I mean, it'd be nice to regenerate all body parts. It'd be nice to think like, oh, in that Chris shoot, yes, if I'd lost my arm, which there was a good chance of, it'd be nice to go.
Dramatic, but
it actually isn't really, if you think about it.
You could not lose your arm. Oh, if it went really south.
Oh yeah, if the thing that we were all worried about happened.
Right. You could lose everything.
You could die.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You could die.
Everyone
You could die to death.
Easily. To bits even.
Yeah. To
Imagine
multiple bits.
Yeah. That would be, well, sounds quite nice actually. That does sound
No,
quite
you
nice.
love bits. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a point in life where you just go like, oh my this part of my body's failing. Regenerate one. I've got gangrene in my toe because I've summited the Eiffel Tower. That's not a thing.
Don't know if you get gangrene for going up the Eiffel Tower.
No, I meant to say like Mount Everest or something. I was like, what's high in my
What's
brain?
gangrene?
When your like cells die and start rotting. So if
So
your
it's-
foot gets really cold and you get like
Frostbite. Is that gangrene?
frostbite, and then it's death of body tissue due to lack of blood flow or serious bacterial infection.
I see. If you could regenerate, do you think you could trick your body into thinking you do have a tail and just generate one? Because we've got a tailbone.
I think I was looking at this.
Do we have a tailbone?
Yeah, I was looking at this recently. We've got a little bit of one. I think the reason we don't grow tails is because a gene was switched off with us. So I think we have the gene to grow a tail, but that gene is switched off.
Has anyone in the world got a tail? Yeah, this.
Because obviously, like
thinking the same.
human ancestors had tails. The loss of the tails is thought to have occurred about 25 million years ago. Okay.
Because there's nothing stopping someone from just being born with like a bit of a tail. Surely.
Yeah, I mean, we got the Cox X. Which
Hey, I'm close. I said, hey, I'm close.
No, stop stroking that
Helps
thing.
with balance, that's for sure, when I'm on a line bike, just either side.
Yeah.
If I want to turn left.
That's the weird thing about evolution. Like sometimes a mutation causes, sometimes you get a new information. You get, a brand new tail. That wasn't there before. That's, that's come from a bit of duplication, addition, substitution, maybe even a bit of subtraction of points. But sometimes changes come from just genes being deleted or removed or switched off.
Yeah.
Anyway, this one, do you want to talk about this one? Because you kind of told me about this one earlier.
The world's first fish doorbell in Utrecht, the Netherlands. Is that how you say Utrecht? Utrecht. It's basically a thing where so every spring thousands of fish swim through it says Utrecht. Okay, there is pronunciation. Canals in the Netherlands, searching for a place to lay their eggs. As you know, fish swim and lay eggs.
Yeah, they
love to do that.
hella egg balls.
They squirt eggs, yeah. And in the heart of the city lies the beautiful Weird Louise. a manually...
How the hell? Why have you told us how to pronounce
Weird
Utrecht,
Louise.
but not Weird
Which is a manually operated lock. When the lock gates are closed, fish are forced to wait, wasting valuable time and energy, making them easy prey for birds and predatory fish.
And late for work.
And to get shit done. So to help the fish, an underwater camera was installed at the lock in 2021. If fish appear on screen, you can press the doorbell, which alerts the lockkeeper, who will open the lock where many fish are waiting. And this is really cool because you can just do it online. It's like a website and you just go in and you can just check if the fish are at the doorbell, and then you just press the thing and then the door opens and they go through and they swim out, and this is just a live feed. So at the moment,
it's bright green with algae. I can't see a thing.
Oh, it's just Mountain Dew.
Oh, it's BRAT summer in Utrecht. No, that is cool. Was it what? That was a big thing in lockdown, was it?
Yeah, people just fucking with it, really. Just letting fish through.
Oh, Matt loved that BRAT summer.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Give him a mic, sir.
Yeah, no, hit it, Matt.
I didn't even have to hold my please laugh sign up for once. Oh my goodness, it attracted 2.7 million viewers in 2024. That is crazy.
So that's actually a pretty cool thing to, because it cuts out. Do you know, it's cheeky from them because it's like you now don't have to have someone watching it 24/7 to open the thing up for fish. So you're not paying someone 24/7. You got people doing it for free because it's a bit of fun. So they're kind of clever in the sense that they've just giving the job away.
Gamified it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we should start doing that with stuff.
Yeah.
Trick people into doing stuff for us.
Yeah. Oh, identify the next cool podcast segment. Oh, that's kind of what we do with submissions. That's what we're doing at the end of this.
I suppose that's
we're doing at the end of this podcast.
literally coming up.
Literally,
so, yeah.
Oh, but before then,
Oh, but before then, we're talking about futuristic modes of transport.
which futuristic mode of transport has been made possible recently? Air taxis. So there's a multiple choice and there's a right answer.
Yeah.
Air taxis. Kind of a thing. Have you seen those like little cars with like helicopters on top of their carbon fiber?
No.
They're not like super public,
Mm.
but I think you can like privately purchase one. They are like little car, like mini helicopters. So
Yeah.
air taxis. And aren't Uber like really close to bringing that?
I don't know. You
cities.
can get a helicopter on Uber. What the hell?
Can you actually?
Yeah.
I've seen the helicopter option, but I think it's actually just a car.
I've got one picking me up in a minute.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Autonomous pods and shuttles.
Mm. Do they technically exist?
Yeah, have you not
The
seen the Polar
DLR?
Express?
Or
Yeah.
the DLR?
DLR
Polar Express is not real.
Autonomous shuttle.
Yeah. It is. And also the shuttles from the airports are
Yeah,
autonomous, aren't they?
that's true.
Okay. We got underwater car. I call that submarine.
Yeah.
But no, imagine just being able to drive off into Brighton Beach and just go in underwater.
That would be sick.
Just drive under there.
Oh yeah.
But you wouldn't want to go along the floor because it's just full of shit.
Yeah, the Thames would be a sweet one to drive along the bottom of. You wouldn't be
Oh
able to
my
see a
God.
thing.
Imagine getting in an Uber not knowing it's an underwater car and they just go
Drives into the Thames.
straight into the Thames. You're like, what the fuck is that? Don't worry, mate. Be there in a second. Would
Oh,
be
I forgot to
quick.
wind your window up. You now have E. coli.
yeah, guaranteed. You got hover bikes. I got that in GTA. The
What's a
Oppressor.
hover bike? Just a bicycle that hovers.
Yeah. Sort of clues in the name, really.
That's weird. I've never heard of that before.
Hovercraft, but a bike.
Jetpacks. That's definitely a thing. You must have seen Jetpack Man.
But water, they shoot out water, don't they?
No, there's one.
You can do
there's
one with
that
air as
flies
well.
with air.
Yeah,
He
I
flew
think I have seen that.
alongside a flight to Dubai or something, or like Qatari.
What?
Can you like find this photo of this
They
like
can't go that high, can they?
Jetpack Man flying alongside? Yeah, it's like a full. He like
I've seen there's like
walks up-
actual US soldiers that. wear
Jetpack
those.
Man flying next to a plane.
Really? That's got to be fake, surely.
No, Dubai will just give you the water jetpack thing.
Next to plane. Oh, what that thing? Oh, you're talking about that.
No, I
guess
don't
that
mean
is
the
a
water
jetpack.
one. This
No, but
guy
I-
here.
That, yeah. Because that's like
Jetman flies alongside the world's largest passenger jet.
I guess that.
Oh, and he's got Dubai on his back. That's what I thought. But yeah, bro's just flying alongside a passenger plane.
Fueled wingsuit.
Yeah.
So it's like takes me back to playing Steep. I just used to fly.
Oh, no way you used to play Steep.
I loved Steep.
My early commentary videos before I had Facecam, I used to play Steep all the time.
Really?
You know what's really annoying as well?
Love
Because I'm
Steep.
so annoyingly particular about everything.
What?
I exhaust
What?
myself at times. I used to like spend like a day on a video, but like I'd also spend a day recording
the
the
right
perfect run.
No way.
So I wouldn't fall over. I'd hit the perfect jumps.
Yeah.
So that the gameplay would be as satisfying as possible. And it works.
that's
I got
kind
like
of you.
200 views.
Honestly, and it worked.
He laughed at my 200 views. Do you know how that made me feel inside?
Rotten.
No.
Pathetic.
Weirdly
Horny.
erotic. No, anyway. So what's the answer? I think loads of those are kind of real.
I'm gonna go with. I think hoverbike is the only thing I haven't really heard of, so I'm gonna guess that's like a new thing.
What? I'm going to go jetpack. Oh no, air taxis are the one I've seen most recently. I'm going air taxi.
Okay.
Oh, Batch gave the
Hoverbike.
D.
Oh, I just gave the D and I'm right.
Hoverbikes.
Oh, hoverbike are real.
Don't you dare pissing on the walls.
Hoverbikes are freaking real.
Oh, for people who don't know the context there, everyone's been saying Batch and Arthur gaming nights, the horror gaming nights, when are they going to be back? And we played 5 nights at Shrek's Hotel
Well, of
recently, and it was absolutely mental. It was a horror game where you stay 5 nights in Shrek's Hotel. And you basically just spend 5 nights at
Shrek's Hotel. Today you've just been talking.
Yeah.
And then you catch yourself, you're like, I've got nothing else to say, so I'll just do that again.
And it's so funny because like the guy who made it must be, what is that accent do we think? Like maybe
It's like
Eastern European?
Yeah.
And like, he's used an AI voice changer to make him have Shrek's voice, but the accent's still there. And there's a bit where you have to like clean the toilets, and he's like, "Go clean the toilets." but don't you dare pissing on the walls. And we just found it absolutely hilarious.
Don't you dare pissing on the walls.
But go check it out. It's very funny and epic.
Yeah, it is. But the hover bikes are made by a Polish company. It was unveiled on Star Wars Day. What is Star Wars Day? Is that May the 4th?
May the 4th be with you, yeah.
Of course. They're capable of reaching 124 miles per hour. That's way quicker than a line bike. That's unbelievable.
200 kilometers per hour. That's crazy fast.
Would you ditch the line bike for that?
Yeah, probably. If I can hover.
How long would it... Yeah, well... Anyway.
I can't run over a mouse or a rat on a hover bike.
Have you ever done that? No. I am scared when I'm on a line bike and people have their dogs like sort of on a lead but loose. If I just go over a sausage dog, it's dead.
Yeah.
That's always something that worries me. That's why I go full pelt at all times. Straight down the canal, straight through people.
My goodness.
Yeah, you know.
No, that's pretty epic.
What else is epic?
Barebacking. So it's the new version of raw dogging, which also sounds... That's another innuendo. But yeah, it's getting onto UK public transport with nothing and just people watching.
Oh, I kind of do... Well, does listening to music doesn't count, right?
No. You've got to like raw dog it. You've got to have nothing else but people watching, which I actually do quite a lot. Quite a lot of people just...
Yeah, I don't like it when I see people watching though.
No,
I like doing it myself, but if I see someone staring, I'm like, mind your damn business.
Yeah, it's a bit odd, isn't it?
Yeah. What are you looking at? Seriously.
It's a rebellion against return to work policies. As if their bosses are going to be at home like, oh, loads of people are commuting without music and oh, no, stay home.
They do not care.
So the standard process is making awkward eye contact with other passengers and making them uncomfortable. This is harassment. This isn't a trend. This is a crime.
Yeah, well,
no, don't do this.
Bareback. No wonder it's got a weird name.
Although isn't that why you love sunglasses, so that you can just people watch?
Oh, so I can bareback people, yeah.
So that people aren't like, oh, you're eye fucking me so much. If you're on public transport with batch, it's an eye orgy. It really is because you just...
Orgy.
It's an orgy of the flesh with your eyes. But yeah, blind rank these commuters. So we've got 6.
1 being the best, 6 being the worst.
Yeah.
Starting with barebacker.
Yeah.
I just don't feel comfortable with them next to me doing nothing.
Yeah, watching them scan like Xavi.
Makes me feel like they're about to...
Or Iniesta.
They're about to act.
Or Busquets.
Or Alonso.
Ooh.
Or Carrick.
Oh, that's great ball knowledge. Anyway, barebacker. Yeah, so it doesn't bother you too much. It's a little bit uncomfortable. I feel like it could be quite high. That's a 2 or a 3 for me.
Let's go 2.
Let's meet in the middle at 2.
I feel like there's just a lot of bad commuters, so...
Okay, commuter 2. Bad alighters. People that run for the door but get trapped and have to play it off. I love that. That'd happily be a 1 for me.
Really? Well, you want to sit next to them?
If every person I ever sat next to ran and got trapped in the doors, my life would be so much more enjoyable.
Yeah, but then they sit next to you and everyone's staring at them, so you're kind of and then once they're staring at them, they like see you and like, ooh, what's that?
No, because then I'll finally look cool and nonchalant next to someone.
Oh, you're there with sunglasses like this whilst he sat there like that.
Don't you dare get trapped in the door. And I'm there like,
they're pissing on the wall.
Didn't happen to me.
You like, get them
like
next
relative
time, buddy.
to someone, I'll actually look quite normal.
Okay, all right.
So you want to put them number 1 for me.
All right, put them number 1. They're harmless. They're harmless. Just put them at number 1.
Go on.
Yeah, number 1.
Oh my God. See, this is what I was worried about.
Yeah, no sense of personal space. They sit next to you when there's a bunch of space. I hate that.
Awful. So uncomfortable. 5 for me.
5? Yeah, because someone could shit their pants, so that could get 6.
Yeah.
All right, let's put them at 5. What else have we got? Oh, loudspeaker.
See, yeah, I know I hate this. This is probably worse than space because it's like, if someone's close to you, you can kind of like close your eyes or like look away. With music and sound, you can't really switch off.
I don't think it's as worse as someone who's bad with personal space.
If someone standing next to you and they're like, "You all right? Yeah, no, I'll be there.
Can't hear you. I'm on the train.
Yeah. No, next to Pete. No, I'm surrounded by plebs. No.
Plebs. They know you so well. Yeah, but I still think someone who's got no personal space, like they're up in your grill, like sniffing, just all up.
Oh, I don't know. It's tough. It is just an insane thing to me that people can get on public transport and not be like, maybe I shouldn't take a phone call loudly or play music loudly or video call someone. Yeah,
just respect the area. Yeah, I was on a train once, and there's like quiet carriages where you go to work. We were in a quiet carriage. Some guy came in just on the phone. I think I told you this already. And the guy next to him was like, could you like maybe go into another carriage to take the phone call because it's a quiet carriage and he was trying to work. And the guy just started being homophobic. Just instantly.
What the
He wasn't,
hell?
the guy was, there's no indication that the guy's even gay. I think he just went to homophobia.
That's
Which
crazy.
makes no sense. He was like, you know what? I'm going to call you gay.
That's
And then just went in on him. So
damn.
there's so many people like that just.
I actually was on the tube recently and there was a family and the son must have been like 12 and he's had a bottle of wine and he was just topping up his mum, dad, sister, brother, and they were just being so loud, like swearing loads. And everyone in the tube was kind of looking at each other like, what is going on? This is like, they're being so loud and dastardly. And someone turned around and was like, by the way, guys, you're not the only ones here. Biggest mistake of his life.
What?
The whole family.
You bitch.
The mum was genuinely like, I've got my opinion. I've got the right to speak. I'll fucking speak if I fucking want it.
Oh, no.
Who do you think you are? Like all this kind of stuff.
They were
Like
wine
really
drunk as well.
sending for them. And just like another couple were there. And like one of the women rolled her eyes. She was like, you roll your eyes at me. And the dad was going like, I'll speak my mind. I'll do what I want. And like they spent the entire journey having a go at these people that had kind of spoken. The people that had spoken up finally got off. New people got on, and the family started going to new people going on like, sorry, we're a bit loud, by the way. Sorry,
classic.
some people hate it when you speak or like speak to your family and all this kind of stuff. And the new people going on going, don't worry about it. And they were going, we just had these arseholes. And kind of everyone on the tube was like, this is the craziest level of,
That's
it was
insane.
insane.
That's just us on a platform roulette.
Yeah,
Just
actually
described
is.
exactly how we
I do think that because Arthur will be like, oh, we'll do platform roulette on a Tuesday and we'll get there at midday. So we get on this train like 9 a.m. We're chopping beers and stuff. And I'm like, we are public degenerates that I wouldn't like to sit anywhere near.
Yeah. But it's different when it's you. That's the beauty of hypocrisy.
Oh, this is hypocrisy manifest.
So I think we put that, I personally think that's not as bad as someone who's bad with personal space though.
I could put that in a 4 then.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. Commuter 5, PDA.
Oh, I hate PDA. I can't stand it.
I don't mind it.
I'm like, fuck off. Get out my sight. I said actually, it's not out yet, but I'm going to say it anyway. I did some like YouTube show and we did it together. And one thing I said was PDA couples should be annihilated.
Oh, yeah. The
Didn't
Channel
go down
4.0
well.
show.
Yeah, it didn't go down well. I thought everyone was going to be like, yeah, they should be annihilated.
Well,
They were all like, ooh.
he said this group of people should be annihilated to a group of, actually we can't say because that's a spoiler.
Yeah.
To a group of people who
I should have known my audience, really.
Their unique factor that united this audience was that they had particular love for life and human life.
And I went,
Let's just put it there.
annihilate all PDA couples. Who's with me?
And they were like,
then
that kind of goes against
quiet.
my intrinsic belief.
Yeah, everyone went quiet. I was like,
Yeah.
yes, maybe I didn't mean annihilate. But yeah,
No, I don't mind these.
you don't mind them. Even
Not
when
really.
me and the people on the Imola trip were like, we were trying to get on a train and there was just this couple that just before the guy was getting on the, or the girl was getting on the train, they were just fucking necking off and we were like, they're still fucking going.
It's
and
cringe.
It's just a full platform. They're just there like dry humping. Just
Yeah, okay, that's
kissing
crazy.
each other. And I was thinking, well, if I can't get involved, guys,
Just
stop it. Don't leave me out.
do not leave me
Don't
out.
leave me out. As long as I'm involved.
As long as I'm involved.
But no, I stood by them. I was just going, good stuff, guys.
No, I don't know. It's kind of wholesome, isn't it? I mean, it's a show of love and affection and
I don't think
a
it is
lovely
wholesome.
state of human being.
I think it's lust.
Wow, dark.
I think it's a sin.
So what? Number 3? So what have we got
No,
currently?
I like
Can
mad
we scroll
debate.
up?
You bear in mind, like these people are sat next to you. Do you want people sat next to you snogging?
We haven't been going like tallying up where these people actually are. I don't know what our list is anymore. Matt's going to do it really quickly. So what were we? We got Barebacker was 2, right?
Barebacker at 2.
Badelighter.
Badelighter at 1, right?
Was that right?
Yeah, Badelighter at 1.
Okay.
And then
No Sense of Personal Space 5. Loudspeaker 4.
4.
So we've got 3 and 6 to play with. So I think PDA should be 3
You can put them in at 3, but
because I worry what's coming next.
I do think, guy, do you snog your...
Wait, don't click number 6.
Do you snog your other half on a train? Put it in the comments right now. I want to know how many people are hitting PDA. I've got no problem with a little peck on the lips or a hug. I guess that's still PDA.
Yeah, because there's hand
Or,
holding a
or if
public
you're sat
display
on their
of
lap
affection,
or
kinda.
something. But it's when they're snogging, I'm like...
It's a bit much.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that
How
TikTok
passionate.
they're like, is that allowed? Is that allowed? And it's
Yeah,
like 2 people like on their foreheads on each other in a cafe.
Yeah.
But like, I wouldn't, it wouldn't do my head in. Number 6, why do I feel like he's going to have the Maverick oiled up as the commuter?
I swear to God. Oh, no.
Heavy loaders, big backpack, huge plant chair. Oh.
Okay, heavy.
That's not too bad.
If they take their backpack off on the tube, they're fine.
We've blind ranked, so they've got to be 6.
Oh.
But that's fine. I don't hate that because they just take up a lot of space.
Yeah, but that means those are the people. Yeah, but we've got to put them at 6 as the worst people. He's changed it to the Maverick, of course. Oh, the Maverick. No, that'll be number 1 for me, of course. Yeah. To sit, the glory of sitting next to the Maverick.
They're the main ones. Yeah, Smelly's probably the only one we haven't covered yet, and they would.
And I have to endure that every single day when I'm.
I smell nice a lot.
You smell neutral.
And you fart a lot, so actually you're the stinky one out of us two.
Out my mouth. Doesn't go. No, I don't fart a lot. My farts don't smell like anything, guys, as well.
They smell like roses because of where he puts his rose toy.
Yeah, doctors hate me. They just, yeah. It's true. It's true. What can I say?
Yeah, let's get subby. Oh no.
Oh, be real submissive. Let's get real submissive real quick. Let me get the soles of my feet out whilst we read this one. Okay, right. Do you want to read the first one? Because I can't read.
Oh, sure.
Thanks.
Alison Linnell. Wait, what? The fuck? Are you illiterate?
Literate. I don't think I am, pal.
Right. Alison Linnell. Hey, we're both hairdressers in our early 20s and we're struggling to decide our futures. Why is there so much pressure to choose what we want to do in life so early? For example, travel, start a small business, settle down. Social media has a negative impact and makes you feel like you've made the wrong decision. And taking a step backwards if you change your mind and start something different. How do we know we've made the right choice and not feel trapped on that path when people from school are all living very different lives? Thanks, we love the pod. And Arthur, you're looking great today. It says at the end there. Is that what?
No, it says, oh, you're sweating. You look sweaty and greasy. Oh, we
also love the Maverick. What the hell? I thought that was going to say we love Matt and Nat.
Oh, Matt's just back there stroking it. Oh my God.
With 2 hands. What the fuck?
Matt, what the hell? Oh, he's just got the new Maverick fucking toy as well. He's got it on his desk.
Oh, he's just done a disappearing act and we shan't tell you where that's gone.
That's where you keep that thing. Sorry,
it's
Alison,
not oil, it's lube.
Anyway, not giving them very good advice, are we? We were just talking about
Matt
fucking shoving the Maverick up his ass. Like, oh, what do we do in our 20s? We're struggling to know what to do. Oh, don't worry about that. Matt's just shoving Maverick up his ass.
Oh, there's loads of things you can watch Logan Paul vlogs. You can watch Impulsive.
No, honestly,
Let's get serial.
I think the best advice for something like this, when people are like, oh, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing or taking the right path, I think you always are. Any decision you make is always going to be the right decision. So, no matter what, like genuinely.
What if you decide to...
It's the right decision for you.
Harm yourself and others?
Yeah, right decision for you.
Like, what about somebody who decided to take meth and then beat up an old lady?
Yeah, but those people are deranged.
But is that the right decision?
No, I think if you're a sound thinking human being,
right,
every decision you make is the one that you should have made because you made it.
I kind of know what you mean. As in like going like, if you just made a decision, you were like, from all the information available to me at the time, like what, I made what I thought was the right decision. And like, you can look back and go, it didn't work out, but can't really regret it if you're like, I did.
Exactly. I think
made the best choice I could.
Because like the worst feeling is regret. And so if you just think like that, where you're like, I was going to make that decision, so I should have made that decision. And it is what it is.
I mean, I get this. I look at, I obviously potentially wasted years studying law. I look at my friends now and they've all got strong legal careers and stuff. And I changed my mind really late on. Maybe I'd be much further along on the YouTube scene if I'd started 5-10 years earlier, but I didn't. But like, what can I do? At the time, I thought law was a good decision.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It's useful now. Your decisions. Also, I thought this as well. Like when I was thinking about leaving law, I was like, so many people change their career paths. Like my mate, I'm sure I've said this on the podcast before. My mate who studied geology, there was like a 55-year-old dude in his lecture hall that was a lawyer and was like, you know what? I have a passion for rocks. God knows why. It's the one science I can't understand.
Really?
Yeah. Does nothing for me.
Why do you eat them then?
No, I lick them.
Oh.
Because I want to see the effects of water over time on them. I want to make my own.
kidney stones,
What have I forgotten what it's called? The massive valley in America,
canyon.
the Grand Canyon. Anyway, I'm trying to lick my way to my own Grand Canyon. that is crazy.
That's why you bent up like a pretzel every morning.
That's why I'm so good at it, because I practice on rocks.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
No, but honestly, like you've got so many different years in your life to change direction and try new things. Never, as long as you're trying new things and but going this is what I feel is right for me at the time. Try new things. If you don't like it, you can change career paths.
Honestly, that is so true. And yeah, just weigh out I think just do what you want to do. Weigh out your options. Do what you want to do. I was doing the fitness route. I was a fitness creator, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to do. I find this really boring.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing comedy, knowing that it's not gonna perform as well, and eventually it just because people can see your passion, and if you're passionate about something, you tend to do good in it, and yeah, it just works in the end, I think. So, but I see that they're tossing up between they don't know whether to start a small business, settle down, or go traveling. I think you just need to figure out what you want to prioritize, what's most important to you. If you're I don't want to get to my 30s and not have traveled, then do it now. If you've got the money,
yeah,
do it.
I would definitely go on that side of don't rush to make the long-term decisions. You're going to settle down eventually anyway, almost certainly.
Yeah.
Does it really matter if you take a year out and go traveling?
Yeah.
Does it really matter if you take a year out and go actually, I've always wanted to start a candle making business. Just do anything like that. Just try something. I thought the exact same. I was listen, I could be a lawyer for 40 years straight at least. Does it matter if I qualify at age 26 or 27 instead of 25 or whatever? And I just go kind of want to be a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Why not try it for a year or two?
Yeah.
It worked out for me. That's not me saying it's going to work out for you, but if you can go actually, I can try this and pursue my other things later on in life.
Yeah.
Do it.
And you can also try things more than one thing at a time. You could start a small business while starting another career at the same time if you want to.
Yep.
It's just about where you allocate your time.
Yep.
But yeah, honestly, I think just do what you truly want to do. Weigh up your priorities and go with number one on your list. What makes you happiest.
Yeah.
Because some people just getting straight into a career. I've got friends who that was the thing that would make them most happy, and they wanted to do that, and that's what they did.
Oh, for sure.
So yeah, just do what will make you happiest in the long run.
Yeah. I don't think you'll ever look back with regret. And so good luck with it. Hope you find whatever makes you really happy.
Yeah.
And hope you're in a very epic space right into the podcast in 2 years. I tried this epic thing.
Yeah, let us know. Okay, and then we've got a submission from Reagan. I'm going to say Reagan, not Regan on that one.
It's Ronald Reagan. He's a big fan of the podcast.
Oh, of course. Okay. And he says, or she says, I have recently applied for my provisional driver's license and I was asked if I wanted to be an organ donor. As a 16-year-old, I wasn't quite sure what to do, so I just ticked yes. It then took me onto another form where I was asked to tick off the organs I would be willing to give away. I got quite overwhelmed and was quite shocked how simple the process was and ended up pressing no instead.
That's so relatable.
They're like, no, not the pancreas. I feel quite bad, but it was just such a crazy thing to think about, especially since I'm so young. Do you think I did the wrong thing? I actually thought everyone is an organ donor unless you opt out now.
So we weren't sure about this. We spoke about this in a podcast recently, so I looked it up. So as of 20th of May 2020 in England, and in Wales, this has been a thing since 2015. In Scotland, right, March 2021, and Northern Ireland in 2023, the UK has used a system where all adults are considered potential organ donors unless they've opted out or they're in an excluded group or their family objects. But that's, if you're under 18, you're excluded. So this person, you can be an organ donor at any age, but if you're under 18, it's you're not opted in automatically yet.
Yeah.
So this person is a 16-year-old, won't have fallen into the opt-out.
I see.
Thing.
Okay.
So they could have signed up.
You just shouldn't feel bad about it. You can change your mind at any point and you can update the system and honestly do what you want. It's your body.
Yeah.
So,
body autonomy. No one's entitled to your body.
Yeah. So don't feel guilty about it. I personally don't even know. I don't know if I'm an organ donor or not. I don't think.
Yeah, because
I know
if you haven't opted out, you will be.
Yeah.
Because you're over 18.
I think I am, but I don't know for sure. So at some point I'll go online and make the decision. But yeah, don't feel guilty about it. It's your body, your choice.
Yeah. It's a good thing to be an organ donor, but yeah, there's no... Do what you want with your own body.
I gotta say, it's a crazy thing to just chuck on when you're applying for a provisional license to be like, oh, and can we have your lungs? Why?
I guess it makes sense because people crash. There's probably a lot of organs that get donated from young people from crashes.
Yeah, it just feels like a lot to throw on a 16-year-old.
Yeah, it's quite heavy.
I think I don't think it should be put in at that point. I think it's a bit heavy.
But there are over 6,000 people on transplant waiting lists at any time in the UK, so it's always handy to do it. But it really reminded me of the moral hypocrisy episode when I sort of read the thing, because I was like, I definitely do that, where I go like, oh, I want to do this good thing, and then I'm like, God, a lot of this is really overwhelming, and you know what? I'm not going to do this right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it off. I think that's such a real human thing to be like, I want to do this, but you know, I'm overstimulated or overwhelmed, or this is kind of like, I'm not really sure about this. I'm going to put it off for now. I think just as a 16-year-old, just going like, you haven't made the decision to give up your bodily organs to a stranger. I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah.
But look into it and consider it, and you can always change your mind.
Yeah, you got time. So just focus on driving at the moment, I think. Just learn how to drive first.
Yeah, please.
You got your provisional.
Me and Batch can drive. Focus on being a safe driver.
Yeah. Right, you want to do Bex's?
Oh, and you've always spoken about wanting a third lung.
Have I?
I don't know, when you were running? I don't know, something like that. Anyway, Bex, this has been keeping me up at night, and I feel the need to ask the experts.
Well, you know us so well.
In terms of evolution, it's surely never ending, so species will continue to evolve as long as the Earth exists. That's true. I mean, essentially what evolution is a change in allele frequency in populations over time. So humans, people always go like, oh, why did humans stop evolving?
Yeah.
We haven't. So from your parents, you've probably got 70-ish mutations that your parents didn't have. So when your DNA is being copied, there are going to be errors, and there are errors in...
Oh, not in mine.
And sometimes...
I'm perfect. As we established on last episode, I'm better than everybody.
But sometimes mutations can be good, sometimes they can be bad, sometimes they can do nothing. And so that can be new information, it can be deleted information. Like mutations, they can be deletions, so you can remove a letter from your genome, you can add one, you can substitute one for another, you can duplicate. And so like that's where you get new information from. Like let's say in your genome you've got the word cat. That's not actually it, but like
you might
got information that means cat. That could duplicate to cat, and then you can have a substitution in the next generation that changes it to cat sat. All of a sudden you've gone from just a cat to a sitting cat. And that's kind of like a representation of what it's like, where evolution comes from. That's how new information comes about. That's why when you go through the geologic column, the older organisms are, and the more recent they are, the more complicated they are. Because so you're right, evolution is never ending. We're all evolving all the time. There's always new genes. Anyway,
especially me.
Especially you. So does that mean that in centuries and centuries, human beings may evolve further with stronger or more advanced immune systems that fight viruses and infections that our bodies can't fight now? Our bodies may evolve to be able to break down microplastics or other nasties in the food and water we consume. There was a bacteria that I think with a single point mutation, which is just one single letter changing, had the ability to break down nylon. I think it's called nylonase.
Yeah.
And it literally
Hellman's nylonase. I have that. I got that
close, but like that's like such a good example of this evolution. Like nothing could really break down nylon, and then this bacteria just has this one single mutation that means that it could break down nylon. Yeah. And maybe that'll happen with bacteria with microplastics.
Microplastics would be cool because I love eating plastic.
Yeah. Or other nasties in the water we consume. What about the vaccines and things that we use to protect ourselves now? Will future generation immune systems be more advanced so that they automatically know how to fight the viruses, infections, or diseases that we vaccinate against? What do you guys think? Could humans further evolve to handle things our generations can't?
I don't know about the whole like fighting viruses and stuff, because now we've got medicine that will just just keep everyone alive. So it's not just the people who survive these viruses that go on to breed. Yeah. So you still get I don't see humans evolving in that sense.
That's the big thing with human evolution in future, is that up until now, there have been selection pressures, right? So like when humans migrated north, like let's say everyone had the exact same skin color, they wouldn't have, but like let's say it's all the exact same. Each generation, there's going to be slight mutations. Some kids will have lighter skin, some will have darker skin. Up north, where there's less sun, the ones with lighter skin will get more vitamin D. They'll be healthier. They'll survive more with the weaker light. And let's say the people with darker skin will die out. So all of a sudden, that human population up in the north, that's evolution. You've got the allele frequency changing so that people with lighter skin survive. And people closer to the equator, it's the other way around. The people with the fairer skin would die because they'd get skin cancer. The people with people with the darker skin would be able to survive more. And that all happens because there's a selection pressure. You're talking about humans dying because they're less fit for the current climate. And that's the thing with, like, you know, there's no like better or more advanced. Like the people with fairer skin, that's better if you're in the north, but it's worse if you're, further away from the equator, but it's worse if you're towards the equator. But now we don't have those selection pressures. We don't have people that, like, if your immune systems are slightly weaker, they're all dying out. Yeah. Because people with slightly worse immune system, we've got healthcare and medicine and stuff. So like a lot of people go like, oh, humans, you know, we're not going to be using we don't need our little toes for balance anymore. So we're going to evolve out of them. But like, you'd need that to be a competitive advantage. You need humans with 5 toes to be wasting energy and they die out, and the people with 4 toes to have that advantage, but that's not really happening. No. So human evolution is, there's no selection pressure, so it's not really going to be pressed in any particular direction. So it's going to be weird to see what happens. Almost certainly it'll be more to do with genetic, like gene flow, genetic drift, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, slightly more long-winded like stuff in evolution that we can cover later, but yeah, we probably won't evolve in that kind of direction because people aren't dying off for being weaker. Yeah. For having weaker immune systems and stuff. Yeah, that's right. I mean, they are, but not in terms of like being unable to reproduce. Anyway, hope that made sense. Yeah. So not much evolution coming our way, really. No. And then we got one from Audrey, which is a lovely name, I think. And they said, how valuable do you believe entertainment and comedy, and by extension, any art that brings an audience member/viewer joy, is for society? Do you believe it matters much in the grand scheme of things? Do you believe it's the only thing that matters when you really get down to it? Or would you rank it far below scientific endeavors and advancing the human race in, for example, medical fields? Personally, I believe that a good portion of what makes life worth living is humor and comedy. Love you guys. Thank you. Very sweet. I think it's very important. I mean, throughout human history, you've always had some form of entertainment, like dance and music is such a like cultural thing. Like in all cultures, you have like music and dancing and jesters and banquets and fights. We are the jesters of the modern day. Yeah. So I think it is important. When I did my degree, I was like, I was thinking a lot like, oh, nothing except exploring space really matters, because when it boils down to it, bro's definitely got special interest. We are just on a planet and we have no idea what else is going on. We shouldn't really be doing stupid shit. You know what I mean? Rose toys shouldn't be a thing. We should be trying to get to the moon again, or Mars. But what, we can't pleasure ourselves on the way there? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's true. See, I shouldn't have brought rose toys up. But yeah, no, then I realized only 2 things matter: space exploration and rose toys. But no, I think happiness is very important, and any kind of art brings happiness. So I agree. It was a big thing like nowadays sometimes, because I bring up the fact that I've got a law degree quite a lot, especially on my YouTube videos. And someone commented recently like, oh, Arthur loves to flex and he's got a law degree in every video. And a lot of the comments were like, oh, he's earning, like being quite nice. But someone was like, oh, and he's wasted it. Like he's wasting it with this useless life. And I'm like, I kind of had a similar thing when I was like leaving law to do YouTube. And I was like, actually, I feel like I'm doing more for the world. Actually, I guess it was in biotech and life sciences, which was kind of cool and epic for the human race. But cool and epic. Yeah, I think it's really important, and I think I like reading philosophers that speak about how important it is to. Yeah. You know, that's why I love the ancient Greeks and their emphasis on eudaimonia and like human flourishing and like being happy. And obviously, a lot of the ancient Greeks were a bit funny when it came to the arts and how, you know, 3 times removed from the truth and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, the kind of idea that, you know, and in societies, like you said, like once you've got the basics nailed, like once humans have food and water and shelter, they tend to seek happiness and pleasure and that kind of stuff. And, you know, if you can make a couple of people laugh and make people happy, I think you're doing a good thing. Yeah. And that's why we speak about this sometimes off camera quite a lot, going like, we quite like the kind of commentary we do where like, it's not really that negative. Like we don't,
Yeah.
like a lot of commentary YouTubers will do like this influencer did this and we need to like end them and, like attacking them for small things and stuff. And obviously we kind of speak about how we kind of like sticking to more like, oh, this silly person in this like TikTok video. It's not that deep or that serious or that negative. Like our focus is making people laugh by being silly, talking about stuff. And I think that's just, it feels nice. And same with the podcast. Like, we speak about serious topics. It's entertaining. We have fun doing it.
Yeah.
And it feels like that's just a nice thing to put out into the world.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's like I as a person as well, especially before doing this, really enjoy, like a lot of my happiness did come from consuming like YouTube content, mainly YouTube. And I would just get back from school and just look forward to being able to watch YouTube and then really getting involved in these people's lives, and made me happy. So it's nice to be able to do that for other people.
For other people, exactly.
If they get that from it.
Yeah. So I hope you guys are liking it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good fun. I think there are obviously careers that are out there that do a lot for human race that, might be a lot more productive than us, but
like the Maverick,
I'm
for instance.
I'm glad that pretty much everything we put out, other than the natural gases that emit from Batch's butthole, everything other than that, most of the stuff we put out is good for the world.
There ain't nothing natural about the gases coming out my butthole. Let me make that clear.
Ugh.
All I eat is plastic.
Anyway, if you are enjoying the podcast, what should they do?
Fuck off.
You need to stop telling us. You need to stop telling them to fuck off.
Fuck you. How about that?
No. I don't know what's changed last episode. Oh no, I'm better than everyone, and now he's telling them to fuck off.
No, if you're enjoying the podcast, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and rate us 5 stars on a little thing called audio platforms.
Yeah. And if you want early access to podcast episodes and a few extra bonus perks, go head over to the patreon.com/Batch and Arthur.
And spread the word.
And thanks for watching. Oh yeah, and tell 3 friends, your dad, your mum, auntie, and who else?
If they know a Jack or something like that.
Yeah, tell Jack to listen to the podcast.
Yeah, they would like it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.